Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Nerdy Junk Media Presents Anime Podcast. This is a very special, very short episode. We're going to talk about our initial response and reactions to Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. Out now.
That's right. It's been out for 1 week. Mm-hmm. I've had a week to play it. You've played it for a couple of days.
I've played it for an hour. So
okay.
I just got my ass kicked by his 5-year-old son.
4-year-old son.
4-year-old son. So I'm actually still just learning the button pad right now.
He's like Uncle Raditz, and my son is like 4-year-old Gohan smashing into Raditz.
Yeah, he destroyed me. It was embarrassing. If I was on Twitch stream right now, you guys would just be laughing, LOLing all day long. But
oh man, it's his favorite thing. You know, like as a dad, I've like all dad Dragon Ball Z nerds. I've tried so long to get him into Dragon Ball with sort of mixed results. Sparking Zero is that bridge finally. Like it's all he talks about. He's loves
hooked
it
now.
Yeah.
Quick before we get into actual gameplay and what we thought and enjoyed about it so far, I just want to say congratulations. Hey, thanks for everyone buying this. We're so glad you guys are supporting it. We have no skin in the game at all.
Right.
But we know what? They sold over 3 million copies in the first 3 days. That is huge.
It's insane. I mean, yeah, it pre-sold more than the next Call of Duty game,
Which
I think
is
you were
insane.
saying.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, it's like there is such a hunger that people didn't realize for like a really, really good battle game that also had like a really good like local like multiplayer thing.
Right.
I know that Fighter Z had it, and Fighter Z looked beautiful.
It's a great 2D animated game.
But the 3D map, like it feel like all the little like like when you disappear, like I think they're called Z counters and stuff like that. It feels like you're in Dragon Ball Z. It's why the Tenkaichi series worked so good.
I mean, and it is gorgeous. The animation, the graphics are beautiful. I'm really brand new. So I honestly don't even have the right to talk yet, but I've been, from the time I bought it, I bought the Ultimate Edition, by the way. I know Dan has a standard. He's unlocked pretty much all
But
the
I've unlocked
characters.
Everybody, so it doesn't matter.
And I played for like 30 minutes last night after work, and then today I played for maybe another 10. So I'm less than an hour of experience in this game.
And I finished Goku's story and the thing, and I'm working on Piccolo's story right now.
I'm gonna dig deep in this really soon because I love the Tenkaichi Budokai games from back in the day. I mean, this is the first Tenkaichi Budokai game in 20 years, I think.
Something like that.
I'm not exactly sure verbatim, but that's a long time to not have one of the most popular games in one of the most popular anime franchises of all time.
Right. I played all the Budokai games, and then when the Tenkaichi games came out, it was like, oh, this is next level.
Yeah.
I played the hell out of 2 and 3. Like I played them so much, and those games were called Dragon Ball Sparking in Japan. So this is the 4th game in that Tenkaichi series, and it plays just like it. Updated graphics, updated gameplay, more characters, obviously.
Tons of characters.
Yeah.
I mean, I've only played with a few so far, and there's like 128 right now, and I know there's more coming.
Yeah. And my initial impressions of this is that it is like a time capsule, because it is so fun being a character like Frieza or Kid Goku from GT, where you're fighting, and then you can just transform into like your next thing or whatever. Like it just feels so good. It feels like, again, like you're in Dragon Ball Z, which is why these games are so wildly successful.
It is so much fun because like I said, I just got in it, but it was cool to see because I didn't know what that meant when it was like showing. If you've played the game, you know it. It says like Goku early or Vegeta early or Vegeta mid or Vegeta end. I'm like, what is going on here? And then Dan, will you explain it to me? And that's the fact that Dragon Ball Z, the makers, the Bandai Namco makers had the foresight in the game to know that, hey, we need to offer these players the ability to play as just straight up Ultra Instinct or Super Saiyan 3 or Super Saiyan 2 or 1, or if you want to power up, like the most coolest thing to do in Dragon Ball, is power up, and you can pick your character to power up.
Yeah. I mean, they really built out the sandbox, and they populated it with everybody you could think of. Like, I love seeing all of the movie villains in there. Like I love playing as Turles, because like Tree of Might be my favorite of the Dragon Ball movies.
And I was scrolling down, I saw Tapion from, I think, the 13th
Wrath of the Dragon.
Yeah, Wrath of the Dragon.
And what's
cool.
the creature Hildegard or whatever? Like the Hildegard or whatever.
The huge that's what.
There's Janemba. There's Super Android 13. There's Cooler. I mean, they just really. There's Dr. Wheeler, which is my 4-year-old son main. Like he loves me.
Me with that one, by the way. Yeah,
he loves Dr. Wheeler because he sees this robot. He's like, I want the robot, Daddy. It's like, all right.
Yeah, he's learning and he's loving it, and it's just so cool because we are seeing on social media, our feeds are literally, it feels almost like spam when it's Dragon Ball Sparking Zero stuff. But you know what? I can't help but watch all the little videos because everyone, it seems, is just having a blast.
Yeah. And that's what it is it's just pure joy, like it's really like my son loves that when he has game time now, because we don't do a lot of screen time, but like when he does have game time, he's playing with daddy,
right?
And he's also he only does the big characters. He does Dr. Wheelo, Ozaru Vegeta, Hildegard, and whatever the heck that giant gray dude is. I don't recognize him. I think he's a Xenoverse character. I never played those games, but
the ear thing.
Yeah. But he and those characters are like OP as heck, by the way. I mean, like they're really, really crazy OP. And me, to kind of make it a little even, I play as like all the worst characters. Like my team is Chaozu, Goldo, Yajirobe,
Roshi.
Like Roshi's like early form. Like I'm just like the weakest characters I can think of because I'm like, okay, this kind of evens out sort of the skill issue a little bit. But yeah, it's just pure, like you said, it's just pure fun. That's all. Yeah.
Yeah. I haven't even had a chance yet to even really go through the main menus, man. I mean, I was like, it was a little confusing. I'll tell you that. There's like the battles page. There's like the story. There's just so much to check out.
Yeah.
I had maybe 45 minutes of playtime. So
you can summon dragons in it. You can collect Dragon Balls. You can summon Shenron Purunga or the God Shenron.
Yeah. I mean, I actually have 2 of those for free already because I got the Ultimate Edition, which came preloaded with summon
preloaded
Shenron
with Dragon Balls
and summon whatever. I was like, okay, cool. I haven't done any of that yet, so I'm just like scratching the surface. But you've had at least like a good 4 or 5 days to get into it, and I know you're enjoying it, and I can't wait to dig deeper. Maybe next week I'll do a little recap and say, hey, here's where I'm at now.
It's a great way to wind down, and it's also like if you're the type of gamer who likes that sort of in the zone combat. I don't think I have the combat figured out all the way yet. Sometimes it does feel like I'm button mashing a little bit, but when you get into that zone where it's like you're teleporting while someone tries to punch you, and then they're teleporting, you're just like just like disappearing, reappearing. It's like like you do feel again like you're in Dragon Ball Z, which is the appeal of these games.
And also it's great to play split screen multiplayer. You don't really get that anymore because everything's online. You're playing with friends that aren't at your own location. It was just great to have like a besides like a 2D fighter, it's actually great to have split screen 3D world kind of gameplay ability.
It's fantastic, and it's like Bandai Namco, they've been making these games forever with like their Shonen Jump games, where it's like where you can be Goku versus Luffy versus Ichigo versus Gon from Hunter x Hunter or whatever. These games do exist and they are fun, but they don't have like the penetration or the excitement around them that like Tenkaichi does. For example, despite the fact that One Piece and Bleach and Hunter x Hunter are all huge, it's like not a lot of people play like the J Stars games or the Shonen Stars games or whatever.
Even JJK, Jujutsu Kaisen or the Naruto games. I mean, they're popular, but they're not like
Curse Clash. Yeah. They're not as popular. But this game, it's so nice. Like it's butter smooth. The graphics, everything, the gameplay, it's fantastic. Like I'm now Piccolo, so I don't have any of Goku's abilities. So I'm like, now this is where I actually have to sit down and like figure out how to counter, how to like when to block, when the timing is and stuff like that. And there's so many things like you'll see, like you can you can do a Frieza story. You can do a Goku Black story. You can do a Jiren story, I think, once you unlock him. You can just do everybody's like stories, and it's like, man, where's this gonna go? Are we gonna do like alternate timelines now?
Right. I mean, I'm sure they're gonna have a ton of downloadable content all season, all year, including Daima. They're gonna start adding Dragon Ball Daima. I think they just dropped a trailer this week showing some new Dragon Ball Daima characters with different character models that they're gonna add to Sparking Zero. I mean, for me, it's just I am like it. Okay, real talk. I thought I would be able to just pick up and play like a Street Fighter or anything like that. No, there's actually a degree of you got to know what you're doing here because there's like the left D-pad. You have to like to switch to a Super Saiyan, and then you have the I mean, I don't know. I'm brand new, so I'm actually struggling a little bit to get a hold of these controls, and I've been a gamer for 30 plus years.
Well, I think if you had played with me, I would have been a lot more generous than my 4-year-old son, who all he wants to do is destroy. So.
He'd level me. Yeah, it it was like Godzilla over Tokyo, just complete domination.
He had no time to learn anything because he would just power up Ozaru Vegeta's Galagun.
Galagun. I was like, okay, well, I'm done. But besides that, I'm having a great time with it.
Yeah. And we'll check in again. We'll do another episode once he has a little bit more experience and he's unlocked more, because this game, it's just at the ground level right now. Like he said, there's going to be a ton of downloadable content. The game is going to expand. I mean, Fighter Z had a very long shelf life because they just kept adding to it. And I feel like Sparking Zero, it's going to be sort of the same thing. So we're going to be coming back to it. But I would say A+ game so far, just pure fun. Feels like you're in Dragon Ball Z. It finally got my 4-year-old son to like Dragon Ball Z and to care about it. He's running around shooting invisible Kamehamehas.
And that's worth getting it right there. I mean, it's cool because it is kinetic. You can watch it. It's frenetic pacing. It's kinetic. You feel the energy. And if you have a kid with a lot of energy and you want him to just settle down and play a game, that one's going to keep his attention for a lot longer than other games.
Yeah, and it'll be an outlet. I mean, he got every time he shot a Gallic gun at you, he would like jump up and down. Real life.
Not only that, he looked at me. He would just look back. He's like, dude, and he does this. He gave me some eye. Like,
yeah.
He's just like talking.
He shit talks you with your eyes.
He just mad shit talks me with his eyes. He's like, what you gonna do, bitch? I'm like, damn, bro.
He gives you that side eye, and he's like,
he's just waiting for my reaction to see. He wants to see the misery of me getting defeated, like go down my face. Sadistic. No,
every now and then I have to crush him just to remind him that there's always someone stronger in the world. Which if you don't get that out of Dragon Ball, you're not paying attention. Yeah. So. Anyways, thank you again for joining us for this very short initial impressions of Sparking Zero. Please key blast that subscribe button, like this video. Tell us about your experiences. Are there any, I mean, somebody just found in the code that Super Android 17 is in the code. I haven't even discovered him yet. I've unlocked all the characters. Dude, I don't have Super 17.
There's more characters coming. There's more excitement coming. And I haven't got into the surface. I shouldn't be talking about this this game on this podcast, really, to be honest, yet. But I did anyway because what I've played so far, I'm loving. But stay tuned, plug in. Check us on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcast, anywhere you get podcasts. But remember, YouTube is our main source, so come visit us there.
You can see stuff. We have the gameplay right behind us on the screen.
We have that going too. And
we're also covering Dragon Ball Daima every single week, where we watch it and then we come here and we talk about it immediately. Yeah, so we're getting it out day of every single week. So come back, check that out. If you like Daima, if you don't like Daima, let us know. Listen to it anyway. We've got some.
Sorry to interrupt again, but also speaking of Dragon Ball, check out our other pods. We did the Saiyan Saga, Frieza Saga. We do Dragon Ball Z Mega Pods, and we also have a Jujutsu Kaisen pod we've done. So if you want to catch up on some of our back catalog, it's all there available for you guys on YouTube and anywhere you can find streaming on all streaming platforms.
So thanks for watching or listening. Subscribe, and we'll see you next week.
All right. Take it easy, guys. Nice.